Hey you guys, thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Tiana Louise, Intuitive Coach Sultan. Yay! We hit 500 subscribers. Let's go. All right, guys, so I wanted to put together a special pick a card reading just for my Geminis out there. Number one, because I'm a Gemini moon. Number two, I have many Geminis in my life. I seem to just attract them no matter where I go. And number three, the Gemini video that I did this week pushed me to the 500 subscriber mark, actually over the 500 subscriber mark. So this reading is a special reading just for Geminis. And here's the thing, I also want to go the extra mile and give you just a little something extra. So if you like this video and comment, leave me a comment below. Then go onto my Instagram at wortharead1111. Send me a quick little DM with one free question and I will send you back a one card reading. That is my gift to you, absolutely free, no cost. So just like this video, leave a comment below, and then go to my Instagram at wortharead1111. Send me a DM with your question. You will get a one reading or one card response. All right, so this special pick a card reading is about what is preventing your person from being able to balance you and their career or their money. Like your person is out in the world chasing after whatever it is they're chasing after in the physical, trying to manifest abundance, trying to get those coins, all of their pentacles, and that leaves them basically with no time for you, right? That's one of the sticking points in your connection is for some reason there's something in their 3D world, a business, a job, a hobby, something like that, something in their 3D that prevents them from being able to focus on this connection and commit to this connection because they're so focused somewhere else. Okay, so we're going to take a look at what their money story is, like what has them so tied up and not able to balance both things, right? Because a balanced life means you're able to have everything: love, health, wealth, family, career, all at the same time. We become imbalanced when we're not able to do that, because the reality of it is we need a little bit of all of those things. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the cards to set up the piles, and then you'll be able to choose. All right, let's get started. Okay, you guys, so go ahead and tune in. I've put together each pile. This is pile number one with an amethyst crystal. This is pile number two with a selenite crystal. And this is pile number three with a very special rock that comes from the ancestral cemetery my family has in the deep south. So I keep this rock nearby because it literally is from sacred ground that my ancestors now reside in. So tune in, see which pile calls to you. There may be more than one, and we will get going. Let's do it. Okay, so if you chose number one, let's see what came out. We have leaving or travel, wisdom, page of cups, soulmates, and a windfall of abundance. Very interesting. So when I'm looking at, what past life karma, what kind of karmic contracts, what kind of subconscious programming or unconscious programming may be at play for your person that's keeping them, away from this connection and using their abundance, money, things like that as a barrier. It's because somewhere in a past life or somewhere in their past, they had to leave someone, right? And they had to leave someone because at that time, it was the best thing for the connection. It was the best thing for the relationship. Like I'm getting, this person actually had to leave their family, like go off to work. They had to, make a sacrifice, even though they really didn't want to. But they knew it was the best thing to do. So although it hurt them, they did what they had to do, right? And it did hurt. We have this Page of Cups here. And so with the Page of Cups, pages are all about learning. And with the Page of Cups in particular, this card is about, having to follow an opportunity, and that's what we have here. So your person right now is just doing what they instinctually know how to do, and that's going after something that they feel is beneficial for them, some sort of opportunity that they cannot pass up on. Page of Cups is also about intuition. So while they may not be able to explain this to you, like I feel like they kind of are at a loss for words, right? When they try to explain to you what they're doing, but they just know deep down it's something that they have to do, right? And this has been something they've been playing out with their soulmates and in deep soul connections throughout many of their lifetimes, right? It's almost like it's ingrained in their DNA, and there's some sort of lesson that's connected to this for them. But there's also, this prize that they're chasing. I almost feel like they're like the donkey chasing a carrot, right? This is what fills them up. Abundance starts from the inside out, and your person gets some sort of satisfaction and fulfillment out of going on these journeys to, find their own happiness, to find, things that allow them to tap into their creative side. So they very much enjoy being able to work. They may even be like workaholics, but in a way that, they're not working themselves in the ground. They actually get fulfillment out of this, and it's conflicting for them because of the way that they feel about you, right? But it's a sacrifice that they've been making literally, in this lifetime and lifetimes before this. So it's something that they have just become accustomed to. And it's also how they learn, right? They learn, believe it or not, through the breakdowns of these relationships that they have with people. Because I feel like this isn't just showing up in your connection. Like this person that I'm picking up on here, they've had, close family ties break apart. They've had friendships. They've had maybe even work-related relationships go bad because of the way that they go about their career, the manner in which they work, right? They're very focused. They're very one-track minded, single focused. And so when they get into a zone, it's like they shut everything out, right? But the lesson for them, one lesson for them, is to figure out how to balance this with you. That's why we have this soulmate card here, because this is some karmic energy that's coming up for them. They really have to learn the lesson to break out of this. Otherwise, they're going to keep looping through this pattern with every single person that they come into relationship with. And I get the sense that this, right, is always just out of their reach, this windfall of abundance, right? It says on this card, it says an increase in abundance is arriving in many different forms, some of them unexpected. Be open to receiving. But what this person doesn't understand is that when they shut down connection with you, when they shut down connection with other people, they're actually closing themselves off. And that's why it's like they're always close, but this never really shows up. I want to pull some soul journey lessons cards to see exactly what this person is learning at this time with this, like, you know, in playing this out, acting this out. I really feel like they don't even really understand the depths to which they hurt other people with this pattern, because they're really not trying to hurt other people. They're just doing what comes natural to them. But what they don't understand is that this is a very deep, unconscious piece of programming that's driving them in a negative way. And what they can see is that it drives other people away, but they just don't know what to do about it. So let's pull some soul journey lessons cards, and then I'll pull some healing cards to see, you know, what can help them break out of this, and then we'll look at potential outcomes for the connection with you. Okay, so we can see with the soulmates card here, what your person is blind to at this point is that their journey, their road to abundance is actually meant to be shared with another person, right? With you. And that's the wisdom that they're missing in this lifetime, right? I'd be interested to know, like, maybe if you know your person's chart, or if you guys have had your chart read, I'd be interested in looking at their north and south node to see what that connection looks like and how it's playing out in this life, because I feel like it's very much connected to this particular karmic lesson that they're experiencing at this time, right? Because what they don't realize is this windfall of abundance could come if they would allow themselves to really lean into this Page of Cups energy and actually offer their cup, their full cup, to people who care about them, who want to be in connection with them, i.e. you, right? But instead of doing that, they're too busy, you know, chasing after their professional piece. And this is actually where it's at for them. If they just went after the soulmates energy, then the professional piece would come a lot easier for them. So let's see what lessons are being handed to them around that. What energies are they needing to work through at this time? Yeah, so they're really needing to transform this Death card, right? Really needing to let this part of them just come to an end. They're so attached to it, right? It feels like they're giving up so much, but really they would be giving up something in order for something new to come in. Yeah, and look at that. We have change, right? Death, transformation, rebirth, resurrection goes right with change. They need to do something different. They've been operating this way for a long time. We have Page of Cups here, but either this person, they may be, you know, younger. Pages are, they tend to be, they can be like teens, but I don't get that. But, you know, young adults, or maybe in their 20s. But I feel like this person has an older, mature energy, like they've been around the block a few times. So could just be they've, you know, lived many lives or something like that I'm picking up on. But this is a repetitive pattern that they've been playing out in this lifetime a lot. And it's time for it to change, because nothing is coming of it, not in the way that they're wanting. Like they're chasing after something big, and this energy is keeping them very small. So let's see how they could master this, and then we'll pull some tarot cards to round it out. All right, so what would it take for them to really master this lesson and be able to get through this? Because I'm sure that for you, you know, it makes being in connection with them feel, you know, just really challenging, probably a little lonely as well, because and also like you're trying to force something with them because their attention is always somewhere else. So let's see. Yeah, so they would have to be willing to, I feel like this is, with this duality card and balance being needed. So yeah, they definitely need to balance things out. But I feel like this is also saying that they need to do a little more self-care, realize that, you know, everything is not all about work. Everything, you can't put all of your eggs in one basket, right? That saying applies to our lives. Like, we can't put all of our time and energy just into work and not into family or romantic partners or hobbies or, you know, taking care of ourselves. Like, I feel like this person tends to sacrifice so much, and they really need to balance out not just their energy but their time and the way that they spend it. And to do that, they would have to tap into some resources that have yet to be tapped into, right? So we have the Kundalini here. This is an awakening, right? They need to be awakened to this issue, and so that they can feel it. Like, I feel like you probably spend or have spent a lot of time, you know, complaining to them about this, talking to them about this, sharing your feelings with them about it, but they haven't been able to hear you, and that's because they have not experienced themselves the way that you have experienced them. Like, they've heard you, they've heard other people talk to them about this, but they haven't tuned in and really felt this in a way where they could make a change. So I feel like this also symbolizes that your person may be getting ready to go through a major awakening around this. But I want to pull some tarot cards just to get a little more clarification to see what's happening here. Okay. Yeah, so we have the World card here. So I definitely feel like they are nearing the completion of this cycle, right? They're with this Kundalini here, it's like they are starting to gain the wisdom. They're starting to see, they're starting to find a new perspective, and that's because this is starting to literally blow up in their face a little bit, right? Like, you may be getting on their helmet, other people may be getting on their helmet, right? And it's just like showing up in places that may not have been expected for them, right? And so they're getting that in order for them to have fulfillment in their lives, to have peace in their lives, they may have to change some things, because I'm also getting that they may be a little burnt out themselves, right? That's why we have this duality card here with the duality in the world. It's like there's some, you know, fatigue of going round and round and round and just really spinning your wheels. And so now they might be starting to see that, you know, they need to make some different moves. And that's why we have this death and change here. So what else? Right. And the move is to come towards you, right? I feel like this person does not want to lose out on something as beautiful as this Empress energy right here, right? So this to me says that you are likely the Empress, and this is how they see you, right? And they do not want to let this go, right? This is something that they actually want to have by their side, and they realize that unless they wrap up this cycle of overworking, always being gone, putting all their time, effort, and energy into their work or into their hobbies, their project, whatever it is that's taking away their time and causing them to literally, you know, be absent from the relationship even when they're present. Like, I get that you could be in the room with this person, but they are so focused on what it is they're doing. They're lost in their thoughts, thinking, planning, on their laptop, whatever that looks like. they get that they have to pay attention to you. The Empress has to be nurtured because she is nurturing, right? And she extends a lot of grace, but she also takes care of herself, and she removes herself from any situations where she cannot feel comfortable, where she can't be at ease, and where she's not acknowledged. So one more tarot card, right? Queen of Cups, right? Yeah, intuitively, they've sensed this. So this may not even be anything that you've said to them, right? Queen of Cups, sometimes she keeps things close to the chest, right? She's not the Queen of Swords who's very direct and, communicative. Queen of Cups feels. Queen of Cups knows, right? She feels things. She's very sensitive too. So sometimes she can be quiet. And I'm feeling like your person has picked up on your energy in a way where they may sense that you might be pulling back a little bit, or considering it, or just at your, like you've had enough of it, right? And so they get this, they've picked up on this, and now they want to stabilize things. And so they are looking at that. I want to pick up on your energy toward them at this time, towards them in this situation. Yeah, so we have Seven of Wands, right? It's definitely a challenging energy. It's definitely something that has caused you to be conflicted inside about. I feel like you're not quite sure, what to do about it. Like you're on shaky ground, right? There's a maturing that you want to see take place in this person that's not happening, right? And it's like you feel like you're competing in a way, because Seven of Wands can be about competition, right? And Mars, this card is ruled by Mars. Very conflicting energy, very challenging energy. So I feel like you are in a competition. That's how you feel inside. Like you're in a competition with this, thing that has your person so distracted all the time. And look, and you've had the last straw. This is the last straw for you. Something has happened to really wake you up to the fact that this may be something you have to release, because it's not, and this is also ruled by Mars. So I feel like this is you having a revelation of, you know what, as much as I care, Queen of Cups, it's not for me, right? This is not how I want to go about my life. Maybe money and material things is not as important to you as it is to this person, or maybe it is, but maybe you live your life in a way where you're able to balance those things and still have time for, people and those you care about. So let's see what your person would like to have as an outcome in this connection. Let's see where they are in terms of wanting to move things forward. And remember to like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for those of you who have already subscribed to my channel. I really appreciate you. We are at 500. That's, hey, I'm a small YouTuber right now, but that's my small macro win, and I'm celebrating it. And thank you for helping me get there. So like this video, remember to comment, hit me on my Instagram with your question, and I will send you a 1-card reading response as my gift to you. All right, so where's this person at? What are they wanting to come out of this connection? Where are they wanting to take it right now? All right, so we have stay optimistic about your love life. Yeah, I feel like they still want to stay in it. They don't want things to end. They get that, there may need to be something offered, right? In this card, she's this person in the card is actually offering something. And so I feel like they get that there needs to be an offer here, a better offer put on the table, right? And now's the time, right? It says it's safe for you to love. I interpret this as them understanding that now is the time for them to move forward, for them to make some adjustments, for them to give you the love, time, and attention that you deserve, that the connection deserves, if they really want to stay in it, which I think they do, right? They get that they are worthy too, and that I feel like they are actually starting for the first time in their lives to really get that, you know, chasing after abundance and money and success. While that is important, and with this bow and arrow here, I feel like they have had some success at it, but never quite the way that they wanted to. And if they have, it's like they got it and then realized this still doesn't fill me up, right? This still doesn't fill up my cup. I'm still not complete, right? And they get that they are definitely not complete without you, without this Empress card here, right? Because you're their soulmate, right? So they want to change, because not only is it just for you, they want to change for them, because they understand that they deserve love, right? And they're figuring out, and they keep being shown that love is not just material things. They have a love for material things, but that love is not what fills them up. So let's pull from the Archangel Raphael Oracle to see what healing messages, some advice for your person, like what can help them move forward. And I really like this deck because it gives like practical, real world advice, like things you could actually do, tasks you could do to help improve your life. So what can this person do to help them improve this situation? Okay, so they can clean their lives up, right? I feel like this card is actually, when it talks about sobriety, I'm not getting that this is food or a substance or any alcohol. I don't get that. This person is addicted to their work. This person is addicted to the high that they get off of chasing after success. And that is a real addiction. There are work addicts. And so they are going to have to redirect that energy into something that actually fills them up. And from what I can see here, a part of that redirection needs to include channeling energy into this connection. See, look at that. Leave a stressful situation behind. Yeah, so they have to gain the strength and the courage to prioritize themselves. And in prioritizing themselves, they will prioritize you. Right now, they're prioritizing things outside of them. You know, their work, what they have to do, their to-do list. But this card says, thank you for giving me the courage and willingness to take good care of myself, including surrounding myself with healthy relationships and positive situations. So Archangel Raphael here is saying, like, you need to put more of your energy into your close-knit environment, your home, your family, your friends, and put more energy into creating positive situations with these people. Last message. And look at that. They may need some help with it. With this consultant nutritionist card, they may need a therapist. You know, I have a client who is very successful business person, teaches other people how to start businesses, handles very complex merger and acquisition business deals, and it takes a lot of his time. And so he is always working. And in some of the work we did, one of the subconscious beliefs, subconscious programs that we were able to identify and pull out of him is he works this way because growing up, he saw his mom, who was a single mom, working 2-3 jobs, right? And even though she never complained, she was very strong. They had a good life and they had a good relationship. It wasn't as if she was always away. She was like super mom. She managed to do whatever she needed to do, as well as raise her children and spend time with him. But something about him seeing that for so long programmed in him that he had to work that way. And so he doesn't know any other way to work. And so he's really had to relearn new ways to work, because once he got married and things like that, it just didn't work, right? And so he has me, he has a coach. And so I feel like this is telling you to reach out to someone who can help you with this, who can help you, who can help guide you through this. Maybe it's a coach, maybe it's a therapist, maybe it's your own tarot deck, whatever it is you turn to for advice. So I want to end this reading with advice for you, because okay, so it says tribe, right? So I feel like this person is part of your tribe, part of your soul family, someone that, you don't walk away from your tribe. So maybe look at ways to work it out with them. Try to figure things out with them. And this is the number 8 card. So, eights can be about having patience. Because with the eights, things can be looping, going around and round and round. And you might feel like, I've already been over this with this person so many times. Like, I don't think they're ever going to change. But have some patience. Have some patience with your tribe. That tells me you found something good in them. And then we have all that glitters isn't, or all that glitters, right? I wanted to say all that glitters isn't gold. But that's not what this card says. It's basically hitting on that concept, but it's the all that glitters card. And it came out in reversed. And so what I'm getting with the reversed nature of this card is that your person is authentic, right? With all that glitters in reversed and tribe, right? Normally when this card is upright, it talks about things not being what they seem. In the reverse, I'm feeling like, this person is who they say they are, and who they say they are is someone who cares about you, who has your back. So I don't see anything malicious here. It's just going to take them some time to really learn this lesson, and we all need time to learn our own lessons. So if this is something that you feel like you can, stick it out with this person, work with them on, you do care about them from what I can see, you look at them as someone who you can, count on in some respects, someone who is like your family, someone you care about on that level, you wouldn't walk away from your family. So the key for you in this is patience and working through it with them, right? Keep working through it with them, having the strength and the faith that things can get better, because the cycle's almost complete for them. They're going to learn this lesson. Okay, so if you chose number 1, that is your reading. I hope these messages resonated with you. Thank you so much. Remember to like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel if you have not already, because we are on the road to 1,000, baby. And thank you for being a contributor to me in this way. I totally appreciate you. So leave the comment. Hit me on my Instagram at worththeread1111. Send me your questions, or one question, and you will receive a response from me. Peace. All right, number two. Okay, Gemini. Number 2, Gemini. Okay, so we have knighthood. We had finances. So off top, somebody here is living life based on what they feel they have to do when it comes to money. Look at that. 9 of Wands. So 9 of batons in this deck is 9 of Wands. And Wands in this deck is actually air energy. So this is all about how someone believes that they have to work so hard. They have to struggle, right? They put a lot in only to get a little out. They're always sacrificing, right? Knights sacrifice. Knights dedicate their lives, the living of their lives, to serving the throne, right? And for your person, the throne is money. So it's like money is their master and it whips their ass, literally. 9 of Wands is a very challenging card. This is, you know, having to really cultivate resilience and perseverance in order to be able to overcome something. But there's a lot of resistance wrapped up in the 9 of Wands. This is not an easy energy. This is actually representative of like the wounded warrior, someone who's just been in battle for so long that they just want to give up. And they can win the war, but they really need to rest and recover in order to be able to fight another battle. And with this card, there's a lot of reluctance to do so. It's almost like they, you know, they want to give up. And so for your person, this is how their relationship with money functions. You know, they are very much tied to, you know, this sense of loyalty they have of in this duty. It's a duty that they have when it comes to their relationship to money, and unfortunately it leaves them with the short end of the stick. So we're talking about their consciousness that they have around money right now, and this may be something that they don't even share with you, but they carry like this knighthood with this finances and baton, or 9 of batons here. This to me says it's like a victim energy, right? If you think about, like I'm thinking about Game of Thrones and some of the knights who served Cersei, they literally became her victims, right? Because they took that on. They took that on out of their sense of duty to the throne and their loyalty to the throne, doing things that they would, you know, that were unspeakable, that were totally out of integrity. But because Cersei said do it, they did. And so your person does whatever, you know, they have to do, whatever money dictates, money or the lack of dictates that they have to do in their life in order to survive. They do it. Like this 9 of Wands, this is about surviving here. And, you know, they need this money, they feel like, to survive. So it leaves little room for anything else. Now, we'll look at how they feel about you and the connection. But with this kind of energy, it's impossible for anything else to come first, because they're always literally in the fight of their lives when it comes to finances, funding, abundance, making money. So what are some of the things that could help? Well, one thing that could help is this person learning how to receive. This exchanging gifts card is about learning how to be more balanced, right? Being able to exchange gifts, not just always giving a gift. And knights don't receive. They fight for their rulers, and their rulers, you know, give them room and board, but that's about it, right? They fight for their brothers, but everything is, you know, a sacrifice. Like, knights don't get much love. And so this person could stand to allow a little more love in, right? They're probably the person that does for everyone else but themselves, buys for everyone else and not themselves, and works themselves into the ground to provide for everyone else. But with this exchanging gifts card, this is about the law of giving and receiving. This is about hard work paying off. This is about goodwill coming back tenfold. And so this is about receiving in return for your gifts, your time, your energy, and about allowing your intentions to manifest abundance for you, which I feel like this person at this point doesn't know anything about because they're all blocked. This clean energy food card, this is talking about eating a better diet, increasing your energy levels. But I feel like for this person, and those things may be factors, because as above, so below. So if they're blocked on the inside, if they are low vibration, then it, you know, may manifest as them not eating right, not taking care of themselves, not taking care of their bodies. But this card is about them just raising their vibration, and this may mean needing to take in different information, different, you know, learning about money in a new way, learning about abundance, learning about, you know, finding a new way to work. And part of that may look like them doing research and taking in higher vibrational content that can help them understand how to get there. So this card says, when you fuel your body with a healthful organic diet, you increase your energy levels and ability to focus. This automatically leads to more efficiency, better ideas, and a higher vibration, which attracts golden opportunities and beneficial relationships. Yeah, so right now I feel like your person with this Nine of Wands energy just has their head down. Just has their head down and is just doing the work, trying to get by, likely living paycheck to paycheck. And if not, you know, doing a lot to not be in that position. So still struggling, right? You know, there's like a fear here of going without, or putting down the sword and not fighting so hard. So let's look at what lessons, what karmic lessons are connected to this for your person, for them to evolve and grow out of this. Spirit is telling me, for those of you who chose number 2, this person is in their 40s. If that resonates, great. I don't know. I just got that. But I'm getting that this person is like 40, right, you know, around 40, early 40s, if not 40. And this may be coming clearer for them, because the energy I'm getting is a midlife crisis point. Could also be a Saturn return, which would mean they're a little younger than 40, but same kind of energy. I had a card drop. So courage, look at that. Courage to face their fear. I just said they have some fear of lack of money, right? Fear of going without, fear of, and it could even be a fear of having to struggle. And so they're going to have to face that with courage. A lot of the times we don't look at the issues in our lives that we battle with internally, our emotional issues, as being connected to fear, but that's what it is at the end of the day. And the only way to battle that is with courage. You fight fear with courage, right? And this person has some Knight energy already, and Knights are courageous. So they have this in them. At least good Knights are courageous and fearless. And so they have this courage in them. Now they have to dig deep to find the inner strength to bring it out and to be confident that they can do it. Then we have change. Yeah, something has to change. Something has to give. Something has to be different. Nothing can grow. Nothing can evolve the way that things are right now. They have to move. And I love that Knights are all about moving. Knights are all about moving. So let's pull some tarot to clarify this energy. Yeah, this person has to take some action to do something different. This may be finding another job, finding a new line of work, or just starting to say, no, I'm not going into work today. I'm not working the overtime. I'm going to spend time with you. I don't have to struggle. I'm going to take a rest. I know me overworking is putting myself in struggle energy, blocking my ability to receive. I'm going to do things to raise my vibration. So we have Five of Swords, which is all about conflict, competition, defeat, mind control. And I feel like right now your person is definitely being controlled by money. And it's a lose-lose situation. Like, Five of Swords can also be about being defeated, but it can also be about being in a fight with yourself. Like feeling like you're fighting the world, but you're actually just fighting yourself. There's no one else there but you. And every time you lose because you're in this war with yourself, like you can't come to conclusion. And look at that, we have Twin Flame card. So this is now in the mix. Your person is likely your twin flame. Maybe they are aware of that. This may be bringing up this lesson for them. You may be mirroring this to them, or if nothing else, this connection that you have with them, this soul connection, has activated this or triggered them to have to look at this. This is what I'm getting, because that's what twin flame connection is all about, right? It's you and your divine counterpart, who is your mirror soul, showing you, holding up the mirror, showing you your shit. Showing you the places that are not working, showing you the places that are working, but also showing you the places that are not working so you can clean things up and ascend. And so I feel like that's what's happening. One of the main lessons and I've worked with a lot of twins, one of the main lessons that always comes up is the ability to be able to open up and receive. So this person, if they're in a twin flame connection, they're a light worker, they're likely sensitive. And so no wonder, a lot of the times people who are always like light workers, who are always giving so much and doing work for other people, they have a hard time receiving. And a lot of the times they can't figure it out because they want to receive, but they don't know how. They have a lot in the way of them receiving. Like this is a hell of a mask, a hell of a quarantine mask. It's like, this person has quarantined themselves inside of their emotions. So it's like they may not even be able to really feel this, although with the twin flame here, I feel like they do. Yep, Judgment. They do. They got it, right? They've been awakened to this. They understand that this has to transform, right? Look at that. Judgment and change. Boom. They got that revelation. So, Five of Swords is also a fearful energy, a lack energy, feeling like there's not enough. Either you or me. If you have, then I can't have. Having the courage to move beyond that, so that they can be in a better connection with you. Because remember, the goal of this reading is to look at what are they, or why are they so challenged when it comes to balancing their abundance with you. Like, why do they have to go chase career and then think about you? Why can't they have it all at the same time, right? Okay. So, speaking of having it all, let's see what they want to have with you. Based on where they are, it looks like they're coming around. There's some energy here of potential change, but let's see when it's down to the wire and they're thinking about how they feel about you and where they want to take things with you. What does that look like? Okay, so chemistry. All right, there's a connection. They feel it. There's a magnetic attraction here. We have the twin flame, like no big surprise there. There's a lot of chemistry. Twin flame and chemistry is strong magnetic. So yeah, they want to have some fun with you. They don't want things to be heavy. They want to, work through your differences and get to a good place. They want a reset, I'm sensing. So this may have been challenging. This may have challenged the connection that made you question the chemistry in it. But with this flirt card here, this person knows that this is more than a surface connection, and also knows that there are some fundamental differences in your perspectives around having connection. But there's some room for them to clean up the way that they've been seeing things because of this connection and how special and deep it is for them. They want to take the mask off, right? They don't want to sacrifice anything more than what they've already sacrificed. They've sacrificed a lot of their time and energy in the way that they've been chasing after abundance thus far. They've likely sacrificed a lot of emotional space. We saw that with the Nine of Wands, and probably prior relationships. And what I'm getting is they don't want to do that anymore. They want things to change, and they're working on getting the courage to do that. So what would it take for them to master this energy? And there has to be some inner child healing, really being able to see themselves for who they really are, not who they've become as a result of trying to make it in the world, trying to survive in the world. This inner child card is about being able to see life through the eyes of a child, becoming curious again, becoming lighthearted again, where you can flirt with life instead of trying to lock it down and marry it, right? This person could benefit from just some really lighthearted energy within themselves, not taking things so seriously, not feeling like, they have to go into battle all the time, that they can make a living and still have fun and still meet all of their responsibilities. Knights remember we talked about them having a deep sense of loyalty and duty, and with that comes responsibility. And, that's part of why this person is the way that they is. They feel a big sense of responsibility. They can't drop the ball. But, taking care of yourself, providing a decent living for yourself does not have to be a struggle. And so there's some inner child healing that they need to do in order to understand that on a deeper level. And how are they going to do that? Connection and attunement with their higher self, with their emotions, right? We have the orange, number 24 is orange, and this represents sacral chakra, which is where our creativity lives, our emotions live, our self-esteem. So being able to do this healing will clear this chakra and connect them and attune them into this energy. And it's already happening because we have the Judgment here, right? This is the awakening card. So they've been awakened, right? Now they have to work on getting connected, tuned in, and turned on. So let's see what your advice is, because here's the deal. You have to deal with this person. You have to, well, you don't have to, but if you're here, I assume you're choosing to, and, maybe have some questions on how to do that going forward. What is Spirit's advice to you on how to handle this going forward? Because also, if you're here for this reading, then it's likely you're feeling some sort of lack, you're feeling left out, you're feeling like this person really isn't valuing you in their relationship. So what's your advice? So we have unfinished symphony. What I'm getting off of that card is, yeah, sure, maybe it's not done. And maybe you may want to say, you know what, I don't care that it's not done. I just want to move forward. But here's the deal. When this card comes up in reverse, it casts a shadow over you, right? And no matter where you go, it's a reminder that this energy is still present. It hasn't been cleared. So you want to clear things with this person no matter what. And with this being a twin flame energy, you could walk away, but you'll likely still be feeling their energy because you guys are connected in this way. Twin flames are connected. That energy doesn't die. Well, energy doesn't die anyway. It just transforms. When you form these deep soul bonds, you just can't cut the cord and walk away. It's not that simple. So you want to look at how you can clear with this person. Not like you have to ask them for permission to walk away. If that's what you really want to do, you can do that. But know that you need to get complete within yourself. And that's the thing. Even if you can't clear with this person, you need to clear with yourself. You need to get complete. And there's some unresolved feelings here when this shows up. So whether it's you and the person need to complete, or you need to resolve some feelings within yourself so you can be complete about this when you walk away, and have the understanding that with this kind of connection, there will likely still be lessons coming up, whether you're with them or not. Now, I'm a firm believer that twin flames, even if they decide to not romantically be together, they can still be friends. They're twins after all. It's kind of hard not to be. You're going to not talk to your twin. And that doesn't mean that you guys talk every day or things like that. But it means that, and I mean, as twins, you can speak telepathically. You're always connected. You're always, you're multidimensional. So even apart, you can always be in many different realities at the same time with them. So even if you're not together, what we're talking about here is clearing the energy, clearing the karma, making sure that's complete on both sides. Now, it's not your job to make sure it's complete for them, but you, I would offer, want to put some energy in at least trying to create some clearing with them if that's needed. And then, of course, clear within yourself. So I hope those messages were helpful to you. I hope you got something out of that. It resonated. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And remember, we're celebrating 500, more than 500 subscribers. Thank you, Gemini. It was your video that pushed me over the top, over that threshold. So this special reading is just for you. And like I said, I hope you got something out of it. Leave me a comment below. And then after you do that, head on over to my Instagram at wortharead1111 is my handle there. Send me a little DM with your question, your personalized question, and you will get a 1-card reading back from me. That is my gift to you. Thank you so much. Peace. Okay, so if you chose number 3, let's see what came out for you. Okay, we have scribe or writer, high priest or priestess, the emperor, loyal heart, and partnership. Okay, all right, got it. Right off the bat, what I'm getting is your person is a loner. There's someone who spends a lot of time alone with their thoughts, and either in a past life, likely in a past life, and possibly in this life. They're a writer, and they put a lot of time and effort into the creation of their writings, their thoughts. You know, this is a very intuitive person. And if this is not their career right now, it's definitely connected, like in some way, whatever they're doing now is connected to the art of communication, of expression through words that they receive intuitively, things they just know about, write about, talk about. And in order to be tuned into this kind of energy, they spend a lot of time alone, right? And they're very adamant about that, very religious about that. The emperor is someone who is in charge, strategic, a leader, and also likes to control their environment. And with this person, I sense that they feel like they have better control of themselves than they do other people. So they may not like being around a lot of people. Like I said, they like spending a lot of time alone, thinking, planning, writing. And they're accustomed to doing that. I feel like this is a new relationship for you too. I don't know why I'm getting that, but I do. I feel like it's a new relationship where you may be learning each other. And in doing that, you're having to really look at each other's quirks and differences, living styles, ways of being, lifestyles. And you're noticing that it's not all the way in sync. There's a split. There's a split in how you go about things. This person likes a lot of solitude. You, on the other hand, I sense likes to be close. This person shies away from partnership In fact, this card, partnership, is showing up as a lesson for them, along with loyal heart. Learning how to be in connection, in close connection with someone, is a lesson for them. Something that they haven't just taken to or, naturally leaned into in their life. And it takes work for them to do this. They're much more comfortable being close with their thoughts and their pen, like the scribe or writer. This is air energy, so a lot to, in High Priestess, thoughts has a lot to do with thoughts. And this person is a thinker. And a lot of the times thinkers like to be alone because they're always plotting, they're always planning, they're always figuring things out, they're always looking at things, they're always going over things. And they enjoy doing that. And so that's a block in the connection at this time. That's why, there's an issue with balancing things out with you and being able to have this at the same time. Like, this is definitely the kind of person who wants to go into their, like, one of their requirements is likely having a man cave or a woman cave to escape to. And they may have even said that to you before. If they did, that's your confirmation that this is your person. So let's pull some tarot cards to clarify this energy. We have the Chariot. We have the Ten of Cups. And we have the Nine of Cups. The thing that fills this person up is them being able to move in a way that allows them peace, joy, and happiness, right? Nine of Cups is about wishes fulfilled. Ten of Cups is about peace, joy, happiness, fulfillment, contentment. And the Chariot is about victory and moving full speed ahead. So this person also may not see an issue at this time, right? They feel like they have all of this already. So, what needs to be changed? They may even be saying to you, like, no, things are really good between us. Like, they feel like they already have this. They're operating in this belief that this is already in existence, that they're already creating this. But what they don't see is that they are actually blocking it. And so I'm going to look at why don't they see it? Why don't they see that? What's blocking them from seeing it? Well, first let's ask, what do they see? Well, this is what they see to me. Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups, and the Chariot, right? Like, to me, that says they see things moving along just fine, progressing just fine. They're content. They're satisfied with the way things are. Yeah, Knight of Swords. They see themselves as doing, everything that needs to be done in order for this relationship to be good. Like, they're taking action. They're doing things for you. They're like, what's the problem? I'm getting it all done. I'm having the best of both worlds. I got it. Right? At the bottom of the deck, Two of Cups. This is how they see the connection. This person is operating in some serious illusions here. Because let's look at how you feel. How do you see it? The Strength card, the first thing that came up for me is not, I see this as the Patience card, but slow going. Six of Pentacles, balance. Ace of Cups. and Judgment. So there's definitely room for things to change in a positive way, in a positive direction. For you at the bottom of the deck, your energy is Six of Cups. Yeah, you're wanting things to go back, I feel like, to the way they were in the beginning, Ace of Cups. In the beginning, things were more balanced. In the beginning, this person did spend a lot of time with you. In the beginning, they did work hard to, you know, impress you. And that's why we have this Knight of Swords. So there probably were a lot of dates, a lot of conversations, and then somehow they went in, right? They went inside. They went into their, what I'll call, writer's mode. And that, you know, knocked this partnership kind of out of the box. And so now you're seeing things that you hadn't noticed before. It's like the honeymoon is over. So let's see. Let's pull a romance angel to see how you're both viewing the connection. Let's clarify these tarot cards with a romance angel. So this is going to be how they are seeing the connection. Yeah, nothing wrong. Like, you guys are having a good time, playfulness. And then let's see how you see the connection. Healing family issues. Something definitely needs to change here. Something needs to shift. So you guys are seeing it in two different ways, right? Now let's see what's connected to this for them. Like, what is in the way of them being able to move out of this energy, this introverted energy, where they feel like they have to go in order to have their abundance, you know, be able to. And I feel like this person needs, with this High Priestess and the Scribe there, it's like they need a lot of concentration. Like, they feel like they have to put a lot of alone time, concentrated time into what it is they do. And so when they go into that zone, they tend to block everything out. What's that about? What is that? Show up as in, yeah, like feeling like they have to get things done, right? Setting their mind to doing something and becoming, you know, having tunnel vision around it. Like they're going to win. And to do that, they will persevere through anything. They need their focus for that. That's the energy that has to come up. Yeah. And it's because there may be some doubt, like with this scribe or writer energy. Scribes or writers are some of the most insecure people. I work with writers, and, you know, there's constant revisioning, and not all of them deal with doubt, but, you know, there's like some insecurity, right? There's always this insecurity around time. Do they have enough time to write? Do they have enough time to finish? Do they have enough time for their projects? Are the projects good enough? Are they actually finished? They finished, but it's like, I don't know, maybe I need to go back and add things in, you know, and then don't let them meet with an editor and the editor rips through it. Then it's like they got to start all over again, right? So I feel like, remember, this person, the scribe or writer card came up. So even if they're not a writer right now or in communications right now, they have been in previous lifetimes, something like that. So they carry this karmic energy, right? And so they're very disciplined and religious almost around how they go about achieving abundance at this time, doing their work, right? And that's because they have a lot of stuff that they have to sort through in their minds about their abilities, about you know, what it is they're creating. And so this is how they manage it. This is how they get through it. This is how they persevere. One more. Yeah, because they don't want to fail. Like, failure is not an option for them. And so this is the kind of person who believes that the more you effort, the more likely you are to win, the more likely you are to succeed. And you can't drop the ball. You cannot drop the ball. Otherwise you will I can't talk right now. Otherwise, you will fail, and they don't want that. So they just put their head down and do what they got to do. But I also sense that they're in some denial about what that looks like and what that feels like for you. That said, let's look at what they want with you. We have forgiving and learning. We have release your ex. We have let go of control issues. So they do want you to forgive, right? They understand that they haven't been the most compassionate and sensitive person to your needs, and they want forgiveness for that. And they want to show you that they've learned some things around this experience with you. But I also feel like they want you to, accept them for who they are, accept this part of them as they work to compromise and make some changes. They also understand that for them, they have to let go of trying to control everything and realizing that, we only have so much control. We can effort our ass off, and it still doesn't mean things are going to work out. And in the meantime, we end up losing things and losing people who may be really important to us. So I feel like with this release your ex card, they don't want to lose you. And I just heard the word again. So this may be something that you guys have already separated or broken up around before, maybe gotten back together and are now in the same boat, having the same conversation again about like, look, are you going to prioritize me or not? I want to be prioritized. And they're like, yeah, I am. And you don't understand. And like that. So they want to make peace. They want to make peace. What's Spirit's advice for you? Before I pull those, I want to look at how this person can master this lesson. What can they do? Can they do to really master this? Shine on. Okay. So they have to be able to trust themselves. Like, I feel like this is saying that they have to be willing to have it all and not be afraid that they can't, right? Not be afraid of failing with that. Understanding that they can shine and have you standing next to them, shining just as bright, shining right along with them. Like they don't have to compartmentalize this connection. And then look, we have as above, so below. So changing the way they feel about themselves is important here. Releasing this doubt, releasing this failure so that they can shine here on earth. And so we have a new beginning too, right? They would need to totally reset, right? And that would allow them to step back into this connection. You guys may actually be in a separation right now. If that resonates for you, great. If not, no worries. It's just a general reading. Take what resonates. But I'm getting with this welcome back card, it's like they're having to step back into this connection. So that could just be them doing a reset, doing some shadow work within themselves, stepping out of this cave, this darkness that they've been in, having tunnel vision, widening that perspective as a result of allowing some light, some new light in. Or it could mean them actually being in separation with you and being welcomed back into the connection. That could help them along this journey. So what is Spirit's advice for them. How do they get to this point of being able to shine, being able to step into the new dawn and have their internal life matching their external life as a result of them learning the lessons they need to learn around this situation. So they definitely need to rest more. They have to rest more. We have exercise. Exercise is key. And listening to your intuitive feelings, right? We had the High Priestess come up earlier. So this is a stronger, like a doubly strong message for that. And this card says, Dear Higher Self, thank you for speaking loudly and clearly in peaceful ways that I easily understand. Archangel Raphael, thank you for guiding me to listen to my inner wisdom. Yeah, so their inner wisdom is telling them to take better care of themselves, right? Not spending all of their time away from this connection, working, trying to manifest things, right, outside of this connection. They need some balance, and it starts with them taking care of themselves so they can take care of you and the connection in the way that, you know, they're supposed to. So let's look at what your advice is. We have blessed, and I love that it's number 22, which is all about, you know, to me, twos are all about balance and choices, making choices. It breaks down to 11, which is a master number to me, an ascended master number. So to me, that says the ascended masters are watching over this, right? This is all part of the plan, so no worries. And ones are about new beginnings, right? And we had that new dawn card. So I feel like, you know, there's some blessings in store, and for you to see this as a blessing is your work right now. For you to notice whatever is being brought out in you and, you know, blessing the situation instead of cursing it could help, particularly if you're planning to stay in the connection, right? I'm getting, you know, prayers of blessing, really praying over this person, praying over the situation is important, and understanding that everything that's happening to you is happening for you. You are always blessed, no matter what other people do, no matter what circumstances you find yourself in. No, you're always anointed and highly favored and blessed. So, you know, this can't hurt you. This can't harm you. It may not make you feel good, but tearing it down, tearing this person down won't make you feel any better, right? So stay in your divine beingness around this. Yeah, and just let things play out. See what happens. You know, don't try to force things. Don't try to manipulate things. You don't even have to say anything. If you've already said something, fine. Don't say anything else. Just sit back and watch. Allow this person the free will to work this out for themselves. Because I get, you know, this isn't a dummy here. This is a very smart, intelligent, awakened human being, I feel like. But even the most awakened people have challenges that they have to work through. And sometimes it's better to allow people to work through their own circumstances on their own so that they can come to a place where they really get it, right? You can't change anyone. And so you just keep doing you, chopping wood, carrying water, whatever that looks like in this connection or in your life. You know, keep your head down, do your work, do your part, and let Spirit handle the rest. And Spirit has already shown you that they've given you their blessing. So all is well. All right, so those are your messages, Geminis. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. Thank you so much for liking this video, subscribing to my channel, pushing me over the 500 mark. Really, really love and appreciate you for that. Make sure you drop a comment below. And remember, you drop the comment, then you go over to Instagram at wortharead1111. You send me a DM with your question and you get one card back. All right, so thank you so much. Take care. We'll talk again soon. I love you. Peace.